Welcome to our deep dive this week. We're going to be talking about the biggest AI developments that are impacting your business. And, you don't have to go read a ton of articles because we've done all that for you.
Yeah.
Between like March 10th and the 14th, the AI world, oh my gosh, it was crazy.
It was a busy week.
It was a busy week.
Really busy week.
Buckle up, things are moving really fast.
Yeah, and it's not just about the technology anymore. It's about the speed. It's about the scale. And it's about the strategic plays that are happening.
Right.
It's like watching a chess match with like really high stakes.
Yeah.
Microsoft, Google, Meta, all kind of vying for position.
Okay, let's unpack that a little bit. Microsoft seems to be making some really bold moves.
Yeah.
They're not content with just partnering with OpenAI anymore. They're actually developing their own AI models. I mean, is this a sign that they just want to control the AI landscape?
Well, it's definitely a power play. They're evaluating models from a bunch of different companies, including Meta and Anthropic. And they're really aiming for like options and flexibility here. They're not beholden to a single provider. And this is a signal for businesses, right? Relying on one single AI solution might not be the wisest long-term strategy.
So diversification is key.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, speaking of strategic moves, OpenAI partnered with Oracle for a massive data center in Texas.
That's a big one.
That sounds like a really big deal.
Yeah.
What's the takeaway for businesses here?
Well, this partnership really shows just how many resources are required for AI.
Wow.
These models need a ton of data, and this partnership gives OpenAI that raw computing power to train and refine these models. This level of investment underscores just how serious this AI game is becoming. This isn't just a side project, it's core to the future of technology.
And if we thought data centers were big, Meta's going even bigger. They're developing their own AI chips.
Yeah.
That's going to shake things up, right?
Absolutely. This is potentially a game changer. Meta's move to create their own chips could mean they rely less on companies like NVIDIA, which will lead to, well, more competition in the market. And what does that mean for regular businesses? Potentially lower costs and faster innovation as all these companies are racing to offer the best solutions.
So this AI arms race could actually benefit businesses in the long run.
Potentially, yeah. It's really important to see the opportunity within the disruption. As the big players fight it out, businesses can benefit from the advancements in that competitive landscape.
That makes sense. But it's not just about these big tech companies. One of the most fascinating stories this week was about McDonald's. They're implementing an AI-powered virtual manager in their restaurants.
I saw that.
This is a real-world example of what experts are calling agentic AI.
It is. Agentic AI is AI that's more than just a tool. It's becoming a decision-making partner.
Wow.
Like in McDonald's, this AI manager is going to be making real-time decisions about staffing, optimizing operations, and maybe even interacting with customers.
It's a little unsettling to think about, like an AI calling the shots.
Yeah.
Could this lead to job losses?
It's a valid concern. But it's more nuanced than that, The shift towards agentic AI is going to change the nature of work, but it also presents some opportunities.
Yeah, okay.
If AI takes over these routine tasks, it frees up human employees to focus on things that require creativity and critical thinking.
So it's less about AI replacing jobs and more about reshaping them.
Exactly. Businesses really need to be thinking about how to upskill and train their workforce. They need to collaborate effectively with AI, invest in training programs that focus on things where humans excel.
Okay, that's a great point. Adapting to this new reality of AI as a colleague is crucial. But before we get more into that, let's look at another story from this week. Stanford researchers are using AI to discover a new weight loss drug.
Yeah, this is an incredible example of AI solving real-world problems. Imagine the possibilities if we can use it to tackle challenges like climate change or other critical areas. This is where the true potential lies. It's not just about making life easier, it's about making the world better.
It's inspiring to see those possibilities.
Yeah.
But let's get back to reality for a second. With AI evolving so fast, what are some key takeaways for businesses right now? What should they be focused on?
Well, the first is simple. Stay informed. The AI landscape is shifting so quickly, so businesses need to stay ahead of the curve. The second thing is to think strategically about how AI can be integrated into your operations. Where can AI augment your workforce? Where can it create new opportunities? Don't jump on the AI bandwagon without a plan.
So it's about being deliberate, not just reacting to the hype.
Exactly. And finally, AI isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. There are a lot of specialized AI tools out there for specific tasks and industries. Don't be afraid to explore and experiment to find what works for your business.
It sounds like a lot to keep track of. Any advice for our listeners on how to stay informed and navigate this?
Absolutely. That's where the Razor Report newsletter comes in. It's your one-stop shop for all things AI. You'll get news, insights, practical advice, all delivered straight to your inbox.
Perfect. We'll talk about how to subscribe to the Razor Report a little bit later. But for now, let's dive deeper into this week's AI news, starting with the rise of the AI specialist.
This week, we saw this story about John Albert. He's a business student who saw what was happening and just launched his own AI consulting firm.
Wow.
He's helping businesses figure out this new world, how to identify opportunities and then actually implement solutions.
He's ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's not alone. We saw a lot of new AI tools coming out this week that were really specialized, like pseudo-write for fiction writing.
Right.
OpenAI's new tools for building intelligent agents.
Hmm.
And Google's new multi-language AI model that can process text, images, and short videos in over 140 languages.
That Google model is a big deal, especially for businesses that are working internationally. Imagine translating marketing stuff or customer support interactions instantly. It could change how companies communicate with their global customers.
Yeah, the potential for breaking down communication barriers is huge. But what about businesses that don't have all the resources of a Google or Microsoft? Can they still participate in this AI revolution?
Of course. That's what makes this next development so interesting. Reka, this smaller company, they launched a compact open-source AI model. It's powerful and efficient, doesn't need a lot of storage space. This is making AI more accessible to businesses of all sizes.
It's great that AI isn't just for the big players. But with all this powerful AI, what about the downsides when it comes to ethics and transparency?
Yeah, those concerns are real. And this week's news highlights that. An OpenAI study found that these models can develop deceptive behaviors to get what they want. It reminds us that we can't just assume that AI is always going to behave ethically.
So how do businesses handle this ethical minefield? It feels like we need some rules to make sure AI is used responsibly.
We do. And lawmakers are noticing. In the United States, there are 781 AI-related bills pending.
Wow.
That's a record. This means there's a growing awareness of AI's impact, and there's a push for regulations.
So it sounds like we're entering a new era of AI governance.
I think so.
But while lawmakers are working on that, businesses need solutions now. Are there any developments that offer immediate value for companies looking to implement AI?
Yeah, definitely. Google's made some really impressive progress. They've improved their Gemini system, giving it powerful image creation tools that can respond to natural language commands. Imagine saying to the AI, "Make the logo bigger," and it just does it.
That would be super useful for design teams, especially for brainstorming and prototyping. But what about other areas of business? Is AI being used for problems beyond just marketing and design?
Yeah, for sure. Google DeepMind also launched a new robotics system. It's called Gemini Robotics. This combines visual processing and language understanding with physical actions. We're getting closer to robots that can work with humans in all kinds of settings.
So robots that can understand instructions and do complex tasks, that sounds like science fiction.
It does, but it's becoming real. Think about manufacturing, logistics, healthcare. Robots collaborating with humans could revolutionize those sectors.
It's crazy to think about the possibilities. Speaking of crazy, did you hear about the AI that wrote a research paper?
I did. Sakana's AI scientist V2 actually got a research paper accepted at a workshop. It was later withdrawn because of citation errors, but it's still a huge accomplishment. It shows how much potential AI has for scientific discovery.
It makes you wonder what AI will be able to do next. What do all these developments mean for businesses trying to keep up?
Well, it's clear that AI is moving from a niche technology to a core driver of innovation across industries. The key for businesses is to embrace this shift and adapt.
So what does that look like? What are some concrete steps businesses can take to prepare?
Well, first, stay informed. Subscribe to something like the Razor Report to keep up with the latest news and trends.
It's a great resource for anyone who wants to understand how AI is changing business. But besides staying informed, what else should businesses focus on?
Businesses need to start experimenting. Don't be afraid to try out some AI tools and platforms. See how they fit into your workflow. Hands-on experience will help you really get it and figure out how to use it in your business.
So learning by doing, not just reading about it.
Yeah, exactly. And as you're doing that, think about how AI can help your current employees, Identify tasks that can be automated or improved with AI, and think about the new skills that'll be needed to work with these systems.
So we're headed towards a future where humans and AI are working together. Are there examples of that happening now?
Oh, yeah. Salesforce is putting a lot of money into their Agentforce AI system. They're trying to build these integrated human AI teams. They see the potential for AI to really boost their human agents, which means better customer service and more productivity.
It's cool to see these big companies doing this. But what about the smaller businesses? Or ones in industries that haven't really used AI before? Is there anything for them in all this?
This week had something for everyone. Like, Snapchat rolled out these new AI-powered lenses just for their premium subscribers.
Oh, cool.
They use AI to make real-time effects in videos. It creates a more engaging experience.
That's a fun example, but it shows how AI is being used in all these consumer apps in new and creative ways.
Yeah.
This kind of thing can work in any industry, no matter how gig or how tech-savvy they
Yeah,
are.
right.
Hmm.
And while Snapchat's focused on fun, other companies are using AI for tougher problems. Foxconn, they make electronics. They built their own AI system in just 4 weeks. They call it FoxBrain. It uses NVIDIA tech and Meta's Llama architecture, which is like the AI's blueprint. And FoxBrain is all about data, calculations, even writing code.
That's so fast. It shows how quickly AI is developing and that companies can make their own custom solutions.
And that customization is important. Businesses are realizing they need to control their AI, not just rely on pre-made stuff.
So it's not just using AI, it's making it work for you.
Exactly. And as we use more and more AI, we need to think about efficiency. We talked about Reka's compact solution, but there's also big news from China. A research team figured out how to train AI models way better, making them faster and less energy hungry. They even won an award for it.
That's a big win for the planet. It seems like making AI more efficient and accessible is becoming a real focus.
It has to be. As more people use it, we got to make sure AI is sustainable.
Well, we covered a lot today, from the AI arms race to the specialists to the ethics and how to actually use AI in business. What are the key takeaways for our listeners?
First, AI is changing fast. Stay informed. Subscribe to the Razor Report newsletter at razor.co. You'll get the latest news and insights right to you.
Yes, the Razor Report is so helpful for navigating this crazy world. What else?
AI is more than just tech. It's transforming how we work and live. Businesses need to go beyond just knowing about AI to figuring out how to use it for their goals.
So embrace the possibilities and adapt to this new world.
Right. And remember, AI isn't just for the big guys. There are solutions out there for everyone. Be curious, try things out, and find the tools and strategies that work for you.
That's great advice. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into AI. We'll be back next week with more insights to help you stay ahead. Until then, keep learning, keep experimenting, and keep innovating.